or they're also known as stuffed pizzas. To make this recipe, you will need the following ingredients: 1.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of white sugar, half a tablespoon of active yeast, half a cup of warm water, a quarter cup of pizza sauce, about a quarter cup of onions, 2 small sweet peppers, about a quarter cup of pepperonis, which is purely optional, and about a half a cup of mozzarella cheese. Once you have all the ingredients necessary, let's begin. Step 1. In a medium bowl, add a half a cup of warm water. Once you've added your warm water, please also add a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of sugar, and a half a tablespoon of instant yeast. What we're trying to achieve with this step is we're trying to get the sugar and the salt and the yeast to dissolve completely into this water. You can use a mixing spoon to gently mix them together, but once you do have the contents into the water, the best thing to do is just let this sit for about 5 minutes until everything is completely dissolved so we can use it to continue on with the rest of our recipe. As you can see here, it's been sitting for a while, and that yeast and sugar and salt is pretty much dissolved into my water, where you're not really seeing any chunks of it left in the water. While this is done, please go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. As your oven is preheating, let's continue mixing the rest of this dough recipe. So in that mixture from step 1, please add your 1.5 cups of flour to this mixture and use a mixing spoon to start mixing it together. There's not a lot of water in this mixture, and we're only using a half of a cup just so we don't have too wet of a pizza mixture. Usually this recipe will ask for about 3/4 cups to about a cup of water. I've lowered it down to about half a cup because I find once you add the oil to it, you get enough moisture in this dough that you do not need any more from the water instead. So as I'm mixing this up, I'm using my mixing spoon and I'm just gently just mixing this around. I'm scraping off any of the dough that is stuck to the side of my bowl. I won't get all of it, but I definitely will get some of it off. And once my flour is then mixed up also, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of my olive oil to this mixture, and I'm going to continue mixing. The olive oil also adds flavor to it, but it also helps to prevent this dough from getting too sticky. So sometimes, even if you added more water, if you added some olive oil to it, the dough will not start sticking to your hand. And as you can see from my mixture, everything's still kind of crumbled up a little bit. So I am also now going to just ditch my mixing spoon. I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to use my hands to get into this mixture and start kneading this dough together and just really start working it in here so I can use this for my pizza. So some of it will start getting sticky to it at first. You want to just basically just take your hands and just keep pulling everything together, knead it as much as possible, and just collect all of these pieces of this dough together so that it comes together to form one great dough ball for your pizza. If you find that it is a little bit too dry of a mixture, you can still go ahead and maybe add about a half of a tablespoon of olive oil. Each of you should have received about 2 tablespoons in your meal kits, so you should have a little bit left over. You can add another half of a tablespoon to this and continue using your hand to knead the rest of this dough. And once your dough has been mixed, you can carefully remove a small handful of dough and place it on a cutting board or a clean counter surface working area that you can basically use your hands and roll it into small dough. And then we are going to use the palms of our hands and our fingers to just completely flatten out this dough as much as possible. I am using a pretty big mixture for this tutorial, but if you want to make your calzones smaller, you can use about half of this dough. Whereas I'm using this one to make one calzone, you can split this dough in half and actually make two if you want to make them a little bit smaller. For this video, I'm just making them a little bit bigger so it's easier for everyone to see what they look like. And as I'm working with this, I am basically just using my hands and flattening out this dough as much as possible. I'm going to try to flatten it out into an oval shape or to a circle shape if you want to do that as well. Basically, we're going to be putting the ingredients inside of it, so we want to have enough room so that we can fold this over once our ingredients are all inside. Once your dough is flattened out now, we are going to grab a spoon or a tablespoon and we are going to start adding our ingredients to the center of it. So we are going to start by adding our pizza sauce. And after we've added the pizza sauce, we're going to add some cheese to this. And after the cheese, we are going to add some pepperoni. For this tutorial, I am using some beef hot dogs. I'm not a big fan of pepperoni, but you can definitely add, if you want to add some hot dogs or any kind of meat to this. If you have chicken at home and you want to make this nice meaty calzone, you can definitely add it to this as well. Most of you and your kits received pepperoni, so you can definitely add the pepperoni to your calzone. And once it's done, as you can see, I just gently flipped it over and I first used my fingers to kind of press the edges together, but now I am using a fork to just gently crimp into these edges. I'm going to remove these words so that you can see what this looks like in this area. But you gently will just take your fork and crimp the edges. And right now, I just stuck my fork in the middle to give myself a little bit of extra holes so that my calzone can vent outwards as it is baking in the oven. And once the dough has been folded over and I've crimped the edges, I'm going to use a basting brush, or if you want to use a piece of paper towel, whatever you have in your kitchen, and we're just going to lightly brush the top of this calzone with some olive oil before we put it in the oven. Now, prior to baking it, I find that it's best to use a baking pan. I am putting a little bit of aluminum foil to cover my baking pan. It will help to prevent sticking. And I am putting my calzone on top of the aluminum foil. And I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes or until the top of it is golden brown. You definitely want to keep watching this. You do not want to just leave it in the oven because it might burn. So just keep watching that. So once our meat calzone is finished, we are now going to work on our vegetarian calzone. Or if you did not make a vegetarian calzone before, you definitely, this is the tutorial on how to do that. So my second dough, it was sitting down for a little bit. It's a little bit hard and crusty. I put a little bit of olive oil on my hand so I can just work that back into the dough. And I'm doing exactly like what I did before. I'm basically going to use my fingers and the palms of my hand to flatten this dough out as much as possible so that I can use it to make my calzone. Once you have it flattened, I'm just flipping it over from side to side and flattening this out. You can also use a rolling pin for this if you have one laying around at home. Rolling pins will help to stretch this dough out. It'll give you a little bit of extra dough left over that you can make multiple calzones. In this tutorial, I made 2 fairly large ones. If you are making small ones, you can make about 4 to 6 of them. So we flattened the dough out like we did before. We used our fingers to continue to flatten it, and now we are going to add our ingredients. So on the inside of this, now assuming you would have already had cut up your vegetables, such as your onions and your sweet peppers, we are going to start again by adding some pizza sauce to the center of our calzone. I'm adding some cheese on top of my pizza sauce, and then I'm going to add my onions and my sweet peppers. If you have any other vegetables at home that you like to use, I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are so good right now, especially for vitamin D. You can also add them to this as well. You don't have to only use the vegetables that we provided for you in your kit. But once you've added your vegetables and your cheese and pizza sauce, again, you fold the calzone over and use your fingers to kind of help crimp the edges together, followed up by a fork. And again, if you can just see my fork, I'm gently just pressing it down. I'm compressing that top fold of the calzone to the bottom fold, and this is just my way of sealing this shut so that once it begins to bake, all of those ingredients, the pizza sauce and cheese and everything else, is not going to seep out. And then I just use my fork again to poke some holes in the top of the calzone because I want this to vent out when it is cooking, so it's not going to try to find another exit point to let some of that heat out while it's baking. And I'm using my basting brush again to baste the top of this calzone with some olive oil before I bake it in the oven. Now, as I'm basting this, my other calzone is cooking, so if you do decide to put them in the oven together, just keep track of right and left so that you know which one you put in first and which one you put in second so that you can take them out at separate times. And now that this is ready to be baked, I just popped it in the oven. My other calzone is busy baking, and after about 10-15 minutes, once it's golden brown, it is ready to go, and this is ready to be eaten. Please let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes though prior to eating. We hope you guys absolutely enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for cooking with us, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you.